Oh, hi students. It's good to see you again. I hope you're all doing well and that you're all healthy and safe. Here are my ninth grade English announcements for week number 3, actually, Monday, March 30th, 2020. So yes sir, what's your question guy? Mr. Medina, are there any new updates on coronavirus in school? Yes, there are, and I'm sure a lot of you already got this message, but if you haven't yet, we are not returning to school until May 4th at the earliest as of now. This is just to ensure that we limit our exposure to the virus and that everyone can stay healthy and safe. So the idea is we're going to stay home longer so that when we go back to school, there's less of a chance that this virus is going to spread again, and so we won't have to go back home again next year or something. Hopefully, that's what we're hopefully trying to do. So what does that mean for classes and grades? Will we ever go back? Well, that's a good question. So as of now, what this means is that we only have about a month of classes together if we go back on May 4th. What you're going to do during that month is really going to depend on who your teacher is and what they want to do for that last month. So if you're worried and you aren't really sure what to expect, like when is this all going to end? When are we going to go back to normal? I recommend read this article, How the Pandemic Will End. I put the link right here in the slide, so if you click right there, it'll send you to the article, and I'm also going to post it in Google Classroom with these announcements so you can read it there. I recommend it. You can also write your response in your journal today based on what you read in that article. Yeah, what's your next question? What about the weekly challenge? That's a great question. So I had a lot of fun today and this weekend reading responses to the weekly challenge from last week, which was what is giving you life this week. I was really impressed with what a lot of people were writing. It helped me have a little bit of positivity in my life too, and I want to share some of those with you to bring a little bit of positivity into your life. So here's some examples of great entries. If you like an idea that a student shared, I recommend try it out for yourself. Talk to them about what they're doing, things like that, or see what they're doing, and you can try that out if you're feeling bored. So first I want to share some words of wisdom. This is from Shayla in period 6. She wrote a really cool explanation of what it means to have something that is giving life to you. So I want to read that first before I show you other examples. So something that's giving life to you during these unexpected time frames is a term that can be described in many ways. It can be seen as being happy by being alone in your own state of mind, or spending time with that person, the one that makes you smile and dance like no one is watching, just by thinking of them or seeing them, even being around them. Not just that, but something as simple as an album by an artist you greatly admire and are inspired by, which some people might even describe as a masterpiece. A bunch of songs so powerful that make living seem possible. For example, living in this isolation, chilling in your room with an earbud in, listening to Harry Styles with your eyes closed, when a specific song that makes an entire setting, feeling, and thought go through your mind. Something like this: imagine you're on a beach, spending time with something or someone that makes you feel like that is the only way you can feel good, or feel those waves of euphoria come rushing through your veins. Not from drugs, no, but from that natural euphoric feeling that you are with someone that sparks that emotion of comfort and excitement. When you're simply next to them and you feel that interest in finding out everything about them, their inner demons to see if they match yours. Not always romantically, but just taking interest in a person just by the way they talk, or by a lisp they have when they say certain names or sayings they have. That almost secret, undiscovered inner obsession on finding out what goes on in their own world, otherwise known as their minds, their inner workings, what goes on in that masterpiece that you've taken such an interest in. By the end of the song, you've thought all that and then think, wow, I relate to you and your beautiful mind. I can still be locked up inside without being able to go anywhere, but still be able to close my eyes and envision myself in my favorite place living. That thought, emotion, or feeling is what is giving me life. So I thought that's a really, really good way to sort of start these examples that I thought were really good and I should share. So thank you, Shayla, for that. So some of my favorite entries. A lot of students were talking about music that was helping give them life. One student was talking about K-pop, how it makes her want to do a lot of things around the house, so she just cleans or sometimes practices choreography or learns new songs. Another student liked the song that we use in our video last week. This Must Be the Place by the Talking Heads. And also a couple other songs, Holy Toledo by Wunderbar, Miracle by Jurassic Shark, This Charming Man by the Smiths, and Make It Easy on Yourself by the Walker Brothers. Another student, I really liked this one, Brian in 3rd period. He wrote, there are songs and objects right now that are giving him life and hope. To start off, a song is Reborn by Kid Cudi. He liked how calm it is, and the lyrics sound calming, like keep moving forward, ain't no stress on me, Lord, I'm moving forward. I think that's a good positive message to keep going right now. Here's another student. She's been listening to My Way by Chase Holfelder, and she talks about why she relates to the song a little bit. In the middle it says, I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my share of losing. And this student said that she could really identify with that song. So I thought that was a good example too. A lot of students have been talking about how their families are helping them get through this time as well. One student in first period said he likes to play catch with his brother. They play for about 40 minutes, and then they get tired and head inside the house, and that's something that's just keeping him busy and keeping him positive. Another student was writing about her family, that they get help with homework if they need it, especially math homework. She and her sister have been getting even closer together lately because they've spent so much time together. This is another student who's been doing a lot of puzzles with their brother. They play board games like Monopoly, and they've been reading a book as well. I think family is really a big part of what's going to help us get through this time too. And then a lot of students wrote about girlfriends or boyfriends that are helping them get through this. I saw a couple people are having difficult situations with their girlfriends and boyfriends. Some people have broken up because of this, because there's miscommunication. And I'm really sorry for those of you who that's happening to, but I think it's really nice just to have someone, even if it's not a girlfriend or boyfriend, but having a friend who's going through the same thing as you that you can talk to, I think is something really positive. I like this from period 6. One student, she had a newborn baby cousin that was born on St. Patrick's Day. She's really excited about. He's really cute. And she found out that her aunt is going to have a baby girl, so she's very happy about that too. And then some people are just keeping busy, just doing work around the house to stay positive. So one student said she's been cleaning the house to keep distracted. Another student in first period said that he's been talking to his friends on the phone and getting assignments for his classes because it's boring just sitting at home. Even homework can be something positive getting you through the day. And then this was my favorite entry from the week. I'm only going to share a little piece of it, but student Stephanie in 6th period, she shared this. What I did this week was text everyone that I didn't have my last conversation on such good terms. And I decided to ask them to be my friend because we're supposed to be living for today and not for tomorrow. Because we don't know what can happen, and always stay positive because there's literally no point in being sad over a person because there's almost nothing you can do about it. I say that we do what we want to do in that moment because I don't want to look back and say, what, because I have done better in this situation, or man, if I did this. No, I'm going to do what I want, when I want, and they're going to be good decisions because I decided to have a positive change in my life. So I thought that was really positive. So my favorite entries this week, Shayla and Stephanie from period 6, email me and I have a prize for you. Get in touch with me and I have a prize for you this week. It's a gift card for wherever you want. I have to be able to send it digitally, so probably Starbucks or something. But email me, tell me where you want your gift card from, and I will send that to you. So thank you so much for participating in the challenge. So some people are still feeling kind of bored. So this is what I did. In Google Classroom, if you go to Google Classroom, you can post your answer to this question. What do you recommend to your classmates this week? A lot of people are bored, they want recommendations, so you can post your recommendations here and get ideas from other students on what you can do this week if you're feeling bored. So just go to Google Classroom, Classwork, find the Classroom Discussion Questions section, and you can answer the question, what do you recommend to your classmates? Check back every day, you'll see more posts from other students saying what they recommend for you, and you can give more recommendations to them as well. I think this will be a good resource for all of us to share the things that we're doing to keep busy. Yeah, what's up? Another question? Ms. Medina, what's the next challenge? That's a great question guy. So this week's journal challenge, you can write a poem or a story or an explanation that uses a symbol, metaphor, or personification. I'm gonna post a video with examples and instructions tomorrow to help you with this week's challenge. So don't worry too much about it yet if that sounds difficult. I already have a couple students who are doing this in their journals already. I'm gonna show you tomorrow. So wait, Mr. Medina, when's our next Zoom meeting? That's a great question. So since not a lot of people came to the last meetings that we had, what I'm gonna do, instead of having a meeting that everyone has to go to, I'm just gonna have an optional open office hours for you to ask me questions that you have, or if you just wanna talk to somebody, you can come and talk to me and to your classmates who are there. And it'll be, 15, 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour at the most. if you want to come in, ask questions, you're welcome to do that. So here, I'm going to have 2 during the week. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll have one, and on Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If you aren't able to make one of those meetings and you do want to talk with me or you have a question, please email me or send me a remind, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, I want to point out some additional resources. The meal pickup has changed. If you didn't know that, I think it changed last week, but it's not every day anymore. It's just twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. So make sure to check this slide in today's announcement so you know when you can pick up meals with your family. And there's still that option for 60 days of free Wi-Fi if you're still struggling with Wi-Fi. As always, let me know if there's anything you need. I'm here to help you. Even if you just want to hear a joke or something like that, you can send me a remind message and I'll talk to you a little bit. Other than that, I hope you're doing well. I'll see you later.